Yo, what's up everybody, Holding Eyes with you here, bringing you Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon anime reviews. This is season 2 episode 1. This was a very great episode. It was titled Banquet of the Gods. We get to meet our whole posse, Wolf, Lilith, and Belle. They're in the dungeon with Mika and Mikato, and they carry on a mission together. And after the mission is done, Mikato goes her own way, where the other three go celebrate in a bar. And as they celebrating, these guys from the Apollo family, starts to like talk in bad mouth, all three of them, but they trying to keep their calm. But then the guy started to pick on Hesia and saying how she just a stupid dumb lolly that all she's good for is just to look at because of her boobs, and that triggers Belle. But when Belle gets up to like hit him in the face, that was his intention. We see that Wolf takes his drinking glass and he slams it in the guy's face, and he's like, oops, my hand slipped, and they start to fight, and Wolf and Belle, they beating up these guys. But then Wolf, after they beat up these guys, he screams out, anybody else want some more? And this other guy from the same family comes up, and he was like, yeah, sure. And he fights both of them, and when it comes to Wolf, he took him out in one shot, and he kicked him to the side. And when it comes to Belle, he laid a whipping on Belle real bad, and he even grabbed Belle by his throat and was choking him. And he was gonna choke him out, but that one guy from the Loki family, the dude with the long white hair, the wolf guy, he comes up and he kicks a chair saying, y'all messing up my drinking mood. And he glares at the guy, and the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry, you're messing up my mood. Let's leave, guys. And then he just drops Belle, and they leave. And Lilith takes Wolf and Belle back to the hideout to, tell Hestia what happened and to heal their wounds. And Hestia's kind of happy that she was, that she was being defended by Belle, but she told Belle, you have to learn how to let people say what they want and just ignore them. Next time this happens, just let them know that their puny words can't hurt me, so don't, make it a big deal. And then the next day, he had to report this incident to his, I forgot what they call them, the chicks on the front desk, his outlooker, I guess you can say, or manager. And she got kind of upset with him, but she ain't screaming at him since Hestia already did it. But she told him, watch your back, because you never know what the Apollo family can do. And it's funny because the instant that she says this and they both leave the room where we was talking and they went their separate way, we get two females from the Apollo family that gave Belle a letter to give to his goddess. And this is supposed to be an invitation to the Banquet of the Gods, which is the episode title. And he told Hestia, and Hestia was like, ugh, I hate this guy, we have history together. But she didn't say what type of history. And she's like, well, since the other guys are going to be there, we're going to get free drinks and food, why not, let's all go. And he was like, who's all of us? And she mentioned some people, and she also mentioned you have to come as well. Everyone has to bring one child of theirs from their house. That's also one of the rules. So I'm bringing you with me since you're my only child. And Belle was like, really? So we see Belle in the next scene. He dressed up real nice, and Hestia, of course, best girl, she's dressed nice. And we see Hestia find the other god. He's there with long black hair, and he has this one chick with him that she's like half human, half she's basically the same thing as Lilith, one of those female fox races. But they go to the party, and we see all these other characters that we know. We see Hermes and his right hand girl and how he's hyping her up. We see Loki with Ainz. We get to see Freya, who's trying to flirt with Belle, but Hestia wasn't having that. So Freya got kind of upset and she left, and she was like, annoying. And, everyone's talking and stuff, and then we get to actually see Apollo, and he comes to greet everybody, and he's like, everyone have fun, drink and dance, and let's party and have him be chill. And everybody's chilling, and we have just Belle in the corner, kind of like he wants to dance with Ainz, but he's kind of scared because that these two gods don't get along, Loki and Hestia. So Hermes, best man, steps in, and he's like, hey, you want to dance with her, don't you? And he was like, but I can't. So basically what he does is that he offers to dance with Ainz. And Ainz, before she gets to answer, he says, oh, wait a minute, oh, I forgot, I have something to do. But since I already offered to dance with you and I couldn't, in my stead, Bell-kun would dance with you instead. And Bell was like, what? Because he wasn't expecting this. This wasn't planned or anything. So Bell basically had a dance, with her, and they danced and all and stuff like that. And as they dancing, the spotlight hits them, and Apollo comes down. And this is when things get very interesting, because Apollo was like, when he gets to him to greet him, Hestia gets in the way and she blocks. And it looked like they were about to like maybe argue or rumble. And then he starts accusing Bell of hurting his men. And he takes out one of the guys that, that Bell hurt supposedly. And this guy's hurt. He got all broken bones, 2 crutches, and he's screaming in pain. But even though Bell and Wolf did beat up the 3 guys that was picking on him, it was in self-defense and it didn't hurt them that badly. So it was most likely the other guy who, we got his name, but his name was too long and I'm bad with names, so I ain't bother remembering it. But the guy with the long hair who beat up Bell and Wolf, it was most likely him who did this to them. And they just showing this guy off to make Bell and Hestia look like, crap. And trying to put bad dirt on their names. So Apollo basically opens a statement. He says, I challenge your family to a game of war. And everyone starts getting hyped up. It's like, yeah, game of war, game of war. And Hestia freak out. And I had the same face as Bell. I'm like, what's a game of war? I know of the game of war with Kratos, but what is your definition of the game of war? Like, what is it? And they don't get to explain what it was, but the episode ended with him pointing at Bell, and he licks his lips, and he has like this evil, like demented face, and he says, if I win, you become mine. And he points at Bell, and the episode ends. Now, I don't know what they mean by Game of War because I don't read the manga or the light novel, so I'm an anime only, so I'm oblivious to this. But whatever this is, Hestia's freak out by it, and I won't be surprised if this is probably some type of tournament where each team picks 5 members of their household to face each other. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like that or some type of tournament structure based, because we know the gods love war and they like fighting. That's why they send their children to the dungeon and give them powers and stuff like that. And we also know that earlier in the episode, the guy who beat up Bell, we saw him talking to another guy with glasses in the dark, and Bell was seeing this from the balcony. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the top members of Apollo's family, and he will probably take place in this battle of the Game of War tournament. But it was a really good episode. Again, they didn't explain what the Game of War is, but he did state that if he wins, he wants Bell to be his. So he has his eye on Bell. But then on the other hand, what guy doesn't? We know Hermes and Freya, they do. Freya was so upset with seeing Bell dance with Ainz, she stated to her bodyguard, can we bring a whole bunch of minotaurs here to rip this place apart? And I was like, wow, everybody wants Bell. Sadly, they're all females or gods, or both, so it's like, the man can't cut a break. But this was a really good episode. It was more hype than anything. And it also gets to show you that Bell just became a level 3 character, and he still got beat easily by this guy. So this guy must be like a level 5 or higher character, at most. Maybe a high level 4 going to 5. But yeah, I can't wait for the next episode. This was great. I want to know more about this Game of War, this between the gods, and how this works. It sounds very interesting. But that's all I have for you guys. Let me know down below what you like about the episode, what you didn't like, and if y'all know what the Game of War is, with minimum spoilers, please let me know. I'm very interested about that. But that's all I have for you. Peace out, have a good one.